Hello student, welcome to my online lecture series of Basics of Automotive Systems. My name is Kalal from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Today this is our lecture number 2 and unit number 1st and topic number 2, that is the layout of automobile system. In previous lecture we discussed that is types of layout: front wheel drive layout, rear wheel drive layout and four wheel drive layout. Now in this lecture we discuss in a detail what is the meaning of front wheel drive, rear wheel drive and four wheel drive. Let's start. Layout of automobile system. This is our layout of transmission system. Front wheel drive, this is the first type, that is a front engine front wheel, and this is the second type, rear wheel drive, that is a rear engine rear wheel drive, front engine rear wheel drive, and all wheel drive. All wheel drive, again two types, or AWD all wheel drive and 4WD, that is a four wheel drive. Okay, in our syllabus three types majorly we studied, that is a front engine front wheel drive and front engine rear wheel drive and all wheel drive. Again I repeat, in this lecture we will study front engine front wheel drive and front engine rear wheel drive all wheel drive system. Okay, in our syllabus these three types of drive system is asked in numerical, or in our syllabus is covered in three types: front engine front wheel drive, front engine rear wheel drive and all wheel drive. Okay, so now let's start one by one to discuss in a detailed manner. Okay, first is the next layout of automobile system according to number of wheels fitted in vehicle and the number of driving wheels. The vehicle chassis are of following types. First is 4x2 drive chassis system. In sometimes in a vehicle written is like a 4x2, 4x4, 4x6. What is the meaning of 4x2? 4x2 meaning is that a vehicle have a four wheel and two drive. Okay, that means power is transmitted to two front wheel or two rear wheel. Okay, like if this is our vehicle and this is our wheel, four wheels, this is a four wheel, it indicates that 4. Okay, cross and 2, if power is transmitted to these two wheels or these two wheels, okay, these two wheels or these two wheels, then it is called 4x2 drive chassis system. Okay, next is 4x4. 4x4 meaning is that power is transmitted to all four wheels and vehicle having a four wheel and power is transmitted to that four wheels. Okay, that is known as a 4x4. Similar like 6x2, that is a vehicle having a six wheel and power is transmitted to only two wheel, then it is called 6x2 drive chassis system. Next 6 and 4 similar like six wheel and four wheel have a power transmission system. Okay, now drivetrain. Okay, drivetrain layout. For what is the meaning of drivetrain? The component which are used to drive a vehicle or propulsion in forward or reverse direction, that is called drivetrain. Which component are responsible to drive a train? That is its transmission system, its vehicle and engine. These three main components are used to drive a vehicle or propulsion or vehicle. Collectively this three component is called drivetrain. These three components comprises the drivetrain. One is engine, transmission system and its wheels. Okay, there are two main characteristics of drivetrain that impacts on the performance of a vehicle. First is engine position, where we put our engine or where we mounted our engine, like in front side or rear side. Front side means front axle side or front wheel drive and rear side or rear wheel drive. Okay, and driving wheel, where you transmit a power from engine to wheel, that is if power is transmitted to engine to front side of wheel, that is driving wheel, front wheel drive, and if power is transmitted to engine to rear wheel drive, that is called drive wheel. That two position of engine and where you transmit a power, that is the main characteristic that impact on the performance of vehicle. Okay, next, first we understand front engine front wheel drive. That is a very important topic, front engine front wheel drive. Okay, in this system the engine is mounted on front side of wheel. Here engine is fitted, that is our engine, and power is transmitted to gear with the help of, this is our clutch to gearbox and gearbox to differential, which is three component are assembled as a one unit, that is called transaxle, and finally power is transmitted to front two axle, that is called front engine drive. Okay, in this front engine front wheel drive, no propeller shaft is used here, that and engine is mounted on front side of front axle, power is transmitted to front wheel, that is called front engine front wheel drive. Okay, so what is the definition? In this type of chassis layout, the engine is fitted at front and drive is also given to a front wheel. Number of no propeller shaft is used in this layout, and differential are included in the same assembly. What is the meaning? Differential, that means gearbox, clutch and differential, these are assembled as a one unit at front side or front axle, that is called transaxle. The unit of these three included is called transaxle. Okay, next, this layout provides optimum body luggage. Optimum body luggage means you not use much more weight or much more luggages in this space. Okay, it's the optimum luggage space you can use or you can bear, or carrying capacity. It is a carrying capacity of luggage. And flat floor plan. Flat floor line is the height of a vehicle from floor to the axle is very less. Okay, because a flat floor plan is more. A flat floor plan is a less. Okay, next, however, due to assemblies at a front, it makes very difficult to accommodate the steering mechanism, because all the mechanisms, all the systems are mounted on the front wheel, and steering mechanism is also introduced mounted on the front side. That is a very complicated or accommodated the steering mechanism. It's a very difficult. Okay, that is a steering mechanism too difficult to introduce here. Next is layout. This is our layout. This is our engine. Engine is power is produced to clutch and to transmit a gearbox, and gearbox to this differential. This three component is called transaxles, and then after reducing the speed, high torque is transmit to these two front axle, this two front axle or drive shaft, and to this wheel. Okay, this is our layout of automobile. For exam point of view, we can draw this diagram. Okay, next, advantages of front wheel drive. Okay. Due to more weight placed on a driving front wheel, more weight because engine is fitted here, differential is fitted here, gearbox system is transmission system or gearbox system is fitted here, steering mechanism is here. That's why more weight places at front side. The vehicle has a more adhesive on the road. More adhesive means the vehicle is gripping system with the road is a more. Hence the good road holding capacity. That's why good holding capacity with the road, even on curved surface or slippery surface like oil. If oil is on the road, that is a slippery surface where is the good holding capacity. That means gripping is more in front wheel drive. Okay. Next, this layout provides low floor plan, because low floor plan, if vehicle is like here, this is our wheel, and the space from ground is a very low. That means floor plan is a very low. Since no propeller shaft and differential placed at the front instead of rear. Okay, no propeller shaft is used, no differential is below the propeller shaft. Okay, that's why low floor plan is used here. Next is the clutch, gearbox and final drive usually made as a one unit, thereby cost of vehicle is reduced, because clutch, gearbox and final drive usually made of as a one unit, therefore the total cost of the vehicle is reduced. Okay, the wheel do not take a sharply turn. The wheel do not take a sharply turn into curve due to tendency of understeer, because if you take a sharp turn, that means the on curve road, that times the tendency of understeer or skidding or etc. phenomena you can see. Okay, the understeer condition generally preferred by many drivers are promoted by the type of chassis. Okay, either Next advantages of front wheel drive, either transverse or longitudinal engine position. Transverse means according to position of the engine, transverse engine position or longitudinal. Okay, with the help of wheel, with the respect to the wheel, can be used in case of transverse mounted engine. In case of transverse mountain engine, what happened? As the engine crankshaft and wheel rotation already rotates in a parallel plane. If engine rotation plane and wheel rotation plane are in a parallel condition, therefore they do not require their drive to be turned through 90 degrees as in case of conventional longitudinal mountain engine. Okay, that means they do not require to turn the 90 degree as in case of conventional longitudinal mountain engine. Okay, next, disadvantages of front wheel drive. What is the disadvantages of front wheel drive? The weight on the driving front wheel is reduced during the acceleration and climbing of steep gradient. Like what this statement explain. If this is our gradient, this is our road, okay, hilly surface, we're climbing. If vehicle is climbing on here, okay, if vehicle is climbing here, so what happened? The total weight which is here front side, which weight of the driving front wheel is reduced. Okay, and during the acceleration and climbing, the weight of the vehicle shifting to the rear wheel. That time the total weight of the vehicle shifted to the rear wheel side, hence result in decrease in tractive force. Hence the tractive force is reduced. Tractive force means the force required to move the forward direction, that is a tractive force or pulling force. Next is, this disadvantage become the more serious on slippery gradient. Slippery means oily surface or a slippery surface. Okay, the steering mechanism becomes more complicated. Steering mechanism becomes more complicated due to accommodation of engine, clutch, gearbox, final drive. All the components are fitted on the front side. That time steering mechanism is mounted is very more complicated. So thank you so much. In next lecture we will discuss front engine rear wheel drive.